Good day, everyone. I'm Thane Bicano, the consolidator of this group. For our report today, we will tackle about the online travel services Airbnb company. Before we proceed, may I introduce to you to our group reporters. I myself will be going to report on the introduction, Mr. Pakot for the company, Ms. Palak for technical innovations, Ms. Palma for how the business make money, Ms. Payot for the future of the business, Ms. Pelino for the future of the industry, and lastly, Ms. Quijano for the closing. So let's proceed. Online travel is one of the most successful B2C e-commerce segments and accounts for almost one-third of all US B2C e-commerce revenues in 2016. The internet has become the most common channel used by consumers to research travel options, seek the best possible prices, and book reservations for airline tickets, hotel rooms, rental cars, cruises, and tours. Today, more travel is booked online than offline. In 2016, about 138 million users are expected to research travel, and about 115 million will book travel online. Online travel services revenues are expected to reach over $180 billion in 2016 and continue growing to over $213 billion by 2020. As of 2021, two-thirds of revenue in the global travel and tourism market came from online sales channels. In that year, the online travel market size worldwide was roughly $433 billion, and it was forecast to reach approximately $691 billion by 2016. Why are online travel services popular? Online travel sites offer a one-stop simple leisure and corporate travel experience with information, community, like chat groups and bulletin boards, commerce, purchasing of all travel aspects, and customer support, usually through call centers. Traditional travel agencies give less information and selections than online companies. On-site sites collect millions of people into single-focus client pools that they may be easily addressed through advertising and promotions. Online sites provide a more efficient economy by bringing customers and suppliers together.
To report about the Airbnb, the leading online travel services provider in the world. By the way, the three leading online services provider in the world are, according to Statista.com, are Airbnb, which has the market capital of 104.25 billion, Booking.com 28.52 billion. The third is Expedia, 7.38 billion dollars. So we will focus on the Airbnb, or the Air Bed and Breakfast. Airbnb is an American company that operates an online marketplace for lodging, primarily homestay for vacation rentals. So if you are planning for vacation, you will find houses or resorts that are available in Airbnb, and also for tourism. Airbnb is based in San Francisco, California. The platform is accessible via website and mobile app. So this is how Airbnb looks like, their website. You can find different accommodations here. Airbnb was started in 2008 by Brian Chesky and Joe Bibia, two industrial designers that recently moved to San Francisco. Unable to afford the rent for their lot at the time, the pair decided to make up the money they needed by renting out their apartment to people who couldn't find hotels to stay at while attending nearby trade shows. So as we can see, start from the idea of Airbnb starts from the problem the problem of because they cannot afford the rent. So they design their room and then they are renting out to people who couldn't find hotels to stay. They set up air mattresses in the apartment's living room for their guests to sleep on and cook homemade breakfast in the morning. Since then, Airbnb has become one of the trailblazers of peer-to-peer property rentals.
This is Michelle May Palak, and I'm here to report about the technological innovations that make the company leader in the industry. Airbnb. Airbnb, which was born in 2008, has its presence online and provides hospitality services and rental services. It is a San Francisco-based online website. It allows the host to post their apartments, homes, and cottages on their site, and renters can take those homes or apartments on rent. Airbnb do not own houses. It just acts as broker and takes commission on every house that is rented. Earlier, it was only focusing on low-value customers, but eventually it started focusing on high-value customers as well. At Airbnb, one can find the houses of low price, medium price, as well as high price. Renters can select homes or apartments on the basis of location and the money they want to pay. The company is very much famous nowadays because of its innovation. Airbnb is giving top competition to the hotels and hospitality industry. The existing hotels are not able to cope up with the competition given by Airbnb because they are not able to match the innovation of Airbnb. The company model was developed on being a local solution for a low-value customer, and using the concept of sharing economy, they created a new concept of income for the host. This led to a simultaneous rise in demand and supply of accommodation. So here's the Airbnb company technological innovation. The first one is air cover. More guests than ever before are choosing to stay in an Airbnb, which is leading to more people wanting to host. To take advantage of this growing opportunity, only Airbnb gives you air cover, which provides top-to-bottom protection for every Airbnb host, with $1 million in damage protection and $1 million in liability coverage. Air cover also includes income loss protection, pet damage protection, deep cleaning protection, and more. Translation engine. As cross-border travel returns, Airbnb's new translation engine will provide a seamless experience for hosts and guests in over 60 languages. Translation engine removes the need for click-to-translate buttons by automatically translating listing descriptions and reviews. Based on results from a study across our top 10 languages, we commissioned by a top machine translation evaluation company. Translation engine improves the quality of more than 99% of Airbnb's accessibility review. They have developed an industry-leading approach to review the accuracy of features that make Airbnb homes more accessible for our disability community. Hosts simply submit photos of their accessibility features, which are then manually reviewed by a specialized team of Airbnb agents. Today, Airbnb agents have reviewed and confirmed the accuracy of 100,000 accessibility features in 25,000 homes around the world. Verified Wi-Fi. Fast and reliable Wi-Fi is more critical than ever before. In fact, this year guests on Airbnb have used the Wi-Fi filter more than 288 million times. Hosts can test their listings' internet connection from the Airbnb app and have the Wi-Fi speed verified. With this upgrade, you can be confident that you won't miss a Zoom or a favorite streaming show from your Airbnb. Smart Trips tab. They have redesigned the Trips tab to house all your must-have travel info in one convenient place. The smarter, more intuitive tab now features a handy countdown to your arrival, check-in details, current and upcoming reservation, and personalized experience suggestion. Spend less time planning and more time enjoying the destination.
Good day, everyone. My name is Lucila V. Palma, and I'll be reporting to you on how Airbnb company makes money. Making online money nowadays has become very necessary for everybody. The world is going towards digitalization. Likewise, every business is working online to make money as travel agencies. Everyone needs a vacation nowadays. Travel agencies can make a good source of income through this. Travel agencies must work on this by building partnership with the hotels and asking them to give the visitors full safety precautions. So how Airbnb makes money? Airbnb has more than 7 million listings in more than 200 countries. The site has more than 1,150 million users 8 with an average of 6 renters checking into an Airbnb listed property every second. Airbnb primarily makes money by facilitating guest stays at accommodations offered by hosts on its platform, in a way, from both guest and host. Upon confirmation of a booking made by a guest, the host agrees to provide the use of the property. At such time, the host and guest also agree upon the applicable booking value as well as host fees and guest fees. Airbnb also makes money by charging both host and guest for using its platform, customer support, and payment processing. Airbnb recognizes revenue at the time of check-in to account for the cancellations. The primary source of Airbnb's revenue comes from service fees from bookings charged to both guest and host. Depending on the size of the reservation, guests are required to pay a non-refundable service fee based on the type of listings, usually under 14.2%. A more expensive reservation results in lower service fees for guests because families or groups with larger reservations can save money for other travel expenses. Hosts are also charged a 3% fee with every completed booking to cover the processing of guest payments. This fee may be higher for Airbnb Plus listings. When a reservation is booked, guests pay the service fee unless the host cancel or retract the listings. If the reservation is altered, Airbnb adjusts service fees to accommodate users. So to sum it up, Airbnb charges guests as a percentage of the value of the booking. Guests typically pay a service fee of around 14% of the booking subtotal. Most hosts pay a flat service fee of 3% of the booking subtotal. The subtotal is nightly rate plus the cleaning fee and doesn't include Airbnb fees and taxes. So let's have this example. If the host is charging 9,000 for a 3-night stay plus 1,000 for a cleaning fee, the booking subtotal is 10,000. Approximately 3%, which is 300 of that amount, is deducted from the host earning as part of the host service fee. And 14%, which is 1,400, is charged to guests and included in the total amount they pay. In this example, the host would earn 9,700, but the guest would pay 11,400. Hence, in this example, Airbnb made 1,700. This is the revenue Airbnb recognizes. So that's how Airbnb makes money.
What is the future of Airbnb business? From the beginning, Airbnb's mission was to enable people to travel like a human, allowing them to experience the local neighborhoods and communities in destination cities. Airbnb has humanized travel and created greater connection and community through better stays. During this pandemic, travel in this new world will look different, and they need to evolve Airbnb accordingly. People will want options that are closer to home, safer, and more affordable. But people will also yearn for something that feels like it's been taken away from them, the human connection. This crisis has sharpened our focus to get back to the roots, back to the basics, back to what is truly special about Airbnb, everyday people who host their homes and offer experiences. Airbnb's growth team was able to simply adjust the events they were forwarding to each vendor in addition to introducing additional capabilities. This functionality was particularly useful for their integrations with their social media advertiser and analytics provider. Two of Airbnb's most important tools where transformation at the edge was necessary to maintain consistency across integration. The team utilized its analytics supplier to acquire a thorough insight of client interaction, including all mobile engagement. Their social media advertisement use case, on the other hand, was more helpful. Airbnb's social media advertiser is an important performance marketing partner. However, it is confined to guest acquisition rather than host or experiences marketing. As a result, the growth team sought a simple approach to define a restricted set of events required for guest acquisition campaigns to be connected into the social media advertising platform. while restricting which data was transmitted, allowing them to safeguard user privacy. The marketing team was able to simply and accurately select which events were transmitted to the analytics provider and which forwarded to the social media advertising platform using mParticle's data filters UI, saving numerous development hours and safeguarding its users' privacy. Chesky, who is on a nationwide tour of Airbnbs, says to enhance the experience for consumers, believes that continued use of remote work will create a new segment of working travelers.
Good day everyone, I am Ana Maria Pilenio and I'm here in front of you to report about the future of industry. As the technology has been invented, the lifestyle of the people change. Just like what happened to the travel services, the innovation has a good and bad effect to us a broker between the visit administrator and the traveler. The drift in commerce nowadays is the end of the agent. This is often what is happening to the travel specialists due to migration and invasion. Each year, travel trends come and go. Be that as it may, 2021 is said to be one of the recent most noteworthy as a long time to date. As the world gradually recuperates from COVID-19 and borders continuously begin to open, we anticipate travel to see a small distinctive than it did pre-pandemic. As a travel operator can be an individual or an organization which organizes and offers travel bundles to clients. They work on sake of the visit administrators giving travel administrations like aircraft tickets, lodging rooms, and prepaid tickets. Their future, be that as it may, is not insured due to dangers coming from changes in society and innovation. The effect of the technology innovation to travel services. Travel operators have been endeavoring to grow the industry and their employments, at the same time attempting to compete with web estimating. The open is getting to be increasingly comfortable with the web and computer since booking as a gateway is exceptionally simple. Travel agencies have seen a few of the foremost significant changes have changed how travelers book residential and worldwide travel. However, they didn't rise overnight or in segregation, reflecting a more extensive slant towards enable buyers getting what they need. When they need it, yet requests for the travel office show endorse. And the travel officers who see digitalization of their industry as an opportunity and empower themselves with the most excellent tools of the trade and communicate their ability and encounter to those considering the DIY approach process to be prosper. Be that me, the open doesn't have the information that the specialists have on goals, lodgings, and attractions. Typically, where the travel operator comes in and to guarantee has trade, he must endeavor for client fulfillment. Website don't give the customer with answers to all the questions they may have or offer the finds esteem. This implies that the benefits advertised by the travel specialist can be supplanted by locomotors. Travel offices recently center more on benefit-based exercises that are providing data and benefits. And that's all.
Airbnb is an online marketplace that connects people who want to rent out their homes with people who are looking for accommodations in specific locales. Airbnb offers people an easy, relatively stress-free way to earn some income from their property. They find a way for local people to make some extra money renting out their spare home or room to people visiting the area. Hosts using this platform get to advertise the rentals to millions of people worldwide with the reassurance that a big company will handle payments and offer support when needed. Guests often find Airbnb is cheaper, has more character, and is hoppier than hotels. Airbnb makes the bulk of its revenue by charging a service fee for each booking. Cons of using this service include not getting what you expected, and for hosts, renting your place to someone you haven't had a chance to meet first. Airbnb began in San Francisco, USA, where Brian Chesky and Joe Gibbia found themselves unable to pay the rent. As a way to make extra money, the duo decided to turn their living space into a room with 3 airbeds on the floor and promised to provide guests with a home-cooked breakfast. Their money-making venture was a success, and the first 2 guests that stayed with them paid 80,000 US dollar each. With a thirst for innovation, Chisky and Jibia enlisted the help of trusted friend Nathan Blikarji to help form the beginnings of a business. In 2009, the trio joined forces with Y Combinator, a partnership that delivered a profit of $20,000 US dollar, shortly followed by a rebrand from Airbed and Breakfast to Airbnb. In order to continue expanding their business, the trio traveled to New York, where they went door knocking, taking professional photos of house listing. This led to Airbnb's launch of a photography program in 2010, which gave hosts the opportunity to have professional photographs taken of their rental space free of charging. By 2011, Airbnb had listing in 89 different countries. In November 2012, in response to Hurricane Sandy, we partnered the New York City to house displaced residents and launch their disaster relief tool. In 2013, the company faced its legal battle when city laws made it illegal for hosts to rent out their homes to others, inciting a year-long legal battle between the state of New York and Airbnb. Despite the legal setbacks, Airbnb continued to grow. Today, Airbnb has over 1,500,000 listing in over 34,000 cities and 191 countries, as their mission statement suggests, to belong anywhere. Airbnb is a privately held company currently valued at 25.5 billion US dollar. Airbnb's 2016 annual revenue is predicted to reach 900 million US dollar, having more than tripled since 2013's annual recorded revenue of 250 million US dollar. CB Insights currently places Airbnb as the fourth most valuable private company worldwide. Airbnb's business model, trust and community are the key values underpinning Airbnb's operations. In platform, rating and revenue systems, personal profiles, and Airbnb's host protection insurance combine to build trust within the company of users and lowers transaction costs, as well as enhancing the reputation of individual Airbnb community members. Business business model describes Airbnb as a community-based, two-sided online platforms that facilitates the process of booking privately living spaces for travelers. Airbnb's innovative business model cultivates a sharing economy by allowing property owners to rent out private flats. A detailed background of how Airbnb community members generate revenue is included in the e-commerce section of this report. Social media is the most prominent, unique, and effective method of attracting new customers employed by Airbnb, followed by word of mouth, digital marketing, and promotional offers and affiliate programs. Extensive official Airbnb social media accounts, including Facebook, Twitter, and a website blog, provide holiday makers and hosts with the opportunity to share Airbnb experiences with others and further reinforces the strong emphasis on the community and trust values which the company has been built upon. Airbnb's disruptive business model allows holiday makers to participate in accommodation in a unprecedented and uniquely social way, allowing Airbnb to threaten the market share of conventional holiday renting websites. The sharing economy continues to experience rapid expansion thanks to more accessible transportation and lodging. Companies like Airbnb have taken advantage of technological innovations to create platforms that connect individuals to exchange everyday needs. Even though it doesn't directly offer goods or services to individuals, its platform connects individuals who want to transact business with each other. Due to a large number of bookings, Airbnb revenues continue to grow while only charging a minimal service fee. That could be all. Thank you.
Grace and peace to everyone. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and we hope that you've learned something from our report today.